Hi there. In this video of the series, we will configure Jenkins server to work with our project. So we need to install certain plugins and get our global tool configured. Plus we need to add some credentials so that we can work with our Tomcat installation. It has a username and password. So that's what we are going to do in this particular video. And I'm going to take you through all the steps. So we have our Jenkins server running from our previous video, as you can see. Now to install any plugins. So I've given these steps here that you need to go to manage Jenkins, manage plugins, and click on the available tab and install the below list of plugins. So we have Sonar Cube Scanner, we have test ng result, so that we can see the unit test result that we get. We have copy artifact, deploy to container, so that we can deploy to the Tomcat container, build pipeline to see our old way of doing things, and as well as green ball. Usually when Jenkins jobs get executed successfully, there is a blue ball, but for accessibility, what we are going to do, we are going to change it to a green so that it becomes clearly visible between red and green that way. So we're going to install this 6 plugins right now. So we will go to our Jenkins server. We'll go to manage Jenkins, then we'll click on manage plugins, and then click on this available tab. So as you can see, we have clicked on this available tab, and then we'll try to find out all those. So let us start with our Sonar Cube Scanner plugin. So we'll click here and then search for Sonar Cube Scanner. So you can see, so we'll do a check on this one, and then we'll search for test ng. Then we will search for copy artifact. Then we'll search for deploy to container. So deploy to container. So this is the plugin. And then we have another plugin that is, I can just quickly look at it, build pipeline and green ball. So again, we'll go back, we'll say build pipeline, and then the green ball plugin. So green balls. Okay, and then we'll click on install without restart. So it will install all these plugins. So it will check the connectivity and with your update center connectivity, and it will install this particular plugin. What you can do to see the state of your this particular Jenkins server gets updated, so you can click on this enable auto refresh. So you can see the blue balls right now for the success part. So that's what we're going to change using the green balls plugin. So once the plugins get installed, we'll go back to the top of the page. As you can see, you can start using the installed plugins right away. Once it gets installed, we'll go back to the page, and then we are good to use all those plugins. So that's how you install the plugins, by clicking on manage Jenkins and that manage plugins from the available. Select all your plugins that you want to install and just simply click on install without restart. So that will get your plugins ready. So we'll move to the next step. If you want, you can restart the Jenkins also, but I'm not going to do that. From the left hand side menu, select Manage Jenkins Global Tool Configuration. So our project is a Java based. So basically what you need to do is, if you're going to work with any other technology, be it .NET or anything, you need to find the right tool that you need to use with that particular project, and then you need to configure it. So here, since it is Java-based project, I require JDK, I require Git, because that will clone the repository directly from a centralized resource, and then I require Maven. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to go and configure this global tool. So to configure global tools in our second step, we're going to click on Manage Jenkins, and then we'll do global tool configuration here. And then you can see we have this different section. We have JDK section, Git section, and then the Maven section, because our project is Maven based. Maven is the build tool that has been used. So we'll click on this add JDK. It is asking for the name. So we'll say Java 11. You can, because in our machine VM, we have JDK 11 installed. So that's why I'm giving name as Java 11. Install automatically, we are going to uncheck it because we don't want to install it in our machine. And then it is asking for the Java home directory. So our Java home directory, if you see in our box, let me open up the other one. And then if I say which Java, which you can also try, it will tell you it is inside the user lib JVM JDK11 directory. I don't want bin, I just require this JDK11 directory. So that's the value that we are going to copy and paste it here. So we'll just come here and then paste it back. User lib JVM JDK11. That's the Java home directory. So we don't want JDK, this Jenkins server to install that particular JDK for us. It's already available in our machine. We just need to give the path. Now for Git, it says name default. Now I will say let the name be Git and then part to the Git executable. So that also you can find by just typing which Git, because Git is also present in your this particular VM, and you can say it says user bin Git. So that's what we're going to copy and then come here and paste it. And the error message goes away. And the last thing we need to do is we need to add this particular Maven installation. So we are using Maven 3. Okay, so you can just give it name as Maven 3 and install automatically. No, we're going to just uncheck it and then we'll come back here and say which mvn is the command to check where Maven is. So Maven is installed in our Jenkins training directory. So we'll just copy this part. So that path is copied and then we'll just paste it here to let it know where our Maven home directory is. So it is inside our home Vagrant Jenkins training Maven directory. Once this is done, we can just simply click on save. Yeah, so if you want, you can just go back and check because there was some message which came. It said it is not a directory, but actually it's a directory. Let's see, Maven installation, home, forward slash is missing. Good, I saw that particular thing. Fine. So you need to ensure that this is properly done. So forward slash home, Vagrant, Jenkins, training, and Maven. So that's the Maven directory. And then we'll click on save. So that's complete our second step where we have configured the global tool. Now I'll move to the third step. Don't worry. Again, this document would be shared with you. You can see the different values that you need to pass, which is given here. Now from the left hand side menu, we're going to configure one of the systems. So basically we're going to configure the SonarQube server, which runs on the port number 9000. So for that, we can again go back here and then select configure system. It's taking some time to open. Now it's open. So here we're gonna see the SonarQube server section that gets added because of your add that SonarQube scanner plugin. And now we're going to add the SonarQube name. We can just give it as SonarQube server. And then you can give the URL as http colon forward slash localhost on 9000 and then click on save. So that completes our third step where we added the SonarQube. And the fourth step is based on adding a credential so that we can deploy directly to the Tomcat. So we need to add a credential. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to go to the credentials in our Jenkins homepage, select global and add a credential there. We're going to select username with password. Scope is going to be global only. Username is admin for our Tomcat installation that we have done in our virtual machine, and the password is Tomcat123, which I've already set. And then we can give it an ID as Tomcat admin, and this is description that is Tomcat admin credentials. So let me show you how you can do that. So we're going to click on this credentials. We'll select this drop down that is add credentials. You can see we already have username with password as the kind. We have scope as global, username as I told, which is going to be admin, and password is Tomcat123. ID, we are going to keep it as Tomcat-admin, and this is Tomcat admin credentials. And then click on OK. You can see the credentials gets added with the ID of Tomcat admin, and we have the admin and Tomcat123. So that's what the username and password is. That's all you need to do to configure your Jenkins to work with that particular project. Similarly, you can work with any other project and you can configure any other tools. Okay, thank you. We'll see you in another video.